morning, everyone. It's a beautiful morning to be alive. Monday morning. Today we have, I guess it's a boring job for you guys, but it's a good job for the environment. We are removing, transporting, and disposing of contaminated soil. Possibly a little bit of groundwater is going to be in there. We did this customer probably 5 or 6 months ago. I'll give you the link because it's actually in one of our clips. We tried to get the carrier to pick up and pay for it. They didn't. It's taken this long for them to run through their investigation, their tests, to hand their client a denial. So I put a price together, shot it out to them. Very nice people. They live in Warwick. So what we're going out because of the access. Every property is different. So how I work it, I obviously want to minimize the amount of equipment I bring because everything is billable. So to do this as quick as possible, and I want to do it in 3 days. If I can do it in 2, great. We're going to bring the 80. That's 20,000 pound excavator because it's got a longer boom. You can see it's wet today, and we're supposed to get rain tomorrow. So knowing that, I don't want to have to spend a half a day restoring this property. So we're going to bring 4 metal plates. There's 1/4 inch metal plate on that. It's about 2,200 pounds. There are 3 metal plates at the bottom of this one. They're all 1,300 pounds. And I have 22 ground protecting mats. They're each 95 pounds. So we'll lay a little trail from where the impacted area is right up to the roadway, which we'll call the staging area. We'll stage the contaminated soil there, and then tomorrow we'll have a triaxle come and we'll load it out with the 80. That's the most inexpensive way to do this, to get the soil out of the hole to the staging area and then load it out. So but I'll have to dig probably 15 to 20 tons of overburden, stripping the overburden, you know, just like you hear them say in that gold mining show, to get down to the gold, which essentially with us is the contaminated soil. We'll stockpile that on plastic off to the side. I want to get everything up and staged and then fenced off today. Tomorrow, because it's a wet area, I will be prepared to vac out the void. There may be water there. If I feel that is the case and I get it cleaned up pretty well today, well then today I'll take my post-ex samples because I can't submit wet post-excavation samples. So real easy job, probably for you guys real boring, but we're cleaning up the earth one tank at a time here, folks. So we will see you out in Warwick in a few minutes. All right, we've reached the destination. So this is what I was discussing. We'll put 3 plates there where we'll stage the contamination on. I'll have a track all the way in of the ground protecting mats where I'll take a scoop, I'll back up, and then I'll stage. Try not to hit the well. Because that well is so close to the excavation, we're going to run a potable water analysis. That's required by New York State DEC. The boys just took the fence off. Get some plastic, boys. We'll get some 6 mil plastic. We'll put it over here for our overburden staging. All right, so we set up the plastic where we will stage the overburden. Probably 3 feet below there, not even, is going to still be good. So we'll stockpile that. So Mikey's just going to peel or strip back this overburden and put it. Then we'll start to dig down, see where we hit the contamination. As soon as we get to the contamination, we'll do our first PID reading, which it's that's our start point. We set up these ground protecting mats to protect this pathway in, because I'm going to scoop one bucket, which is 3/4 of a yard. I'm going to track back, and then we're going to put it on top of the 3 plates the boys put out, and then they put plastic out also. You know, this is obviously a concern for water. So we'll probably should set up some boom or something right here, because the water's flowing down, to collect or move any water. But yeah, you're right, just in case it leaks out. We may want to stay away from this trench. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, we got water coming, you know, but considering the meteorologists are 50% right, that must be a great job to have, where you could show up at work all day, make predictions, be wrong, and still keep your job. That's a good job to have. Meteorologists. Stay in school, kids. So Craig's gonna look at the weather and see, because we probably want to stay away from that drainage ditch. If the water's coming down and I've got a contaminated stockpile there, it'll hit it, take it down the drain, and then just contaminate everything else below. So we'll have to look at that. So that's our plan right now. Do everything we can to not hit the overhead wire or their well. So Mikey did a good job stripping that down. You know, we widened it a little bit, not a lot. We want to try to minimize what we do, because like I always say, I like to get a clean bottom first. So you can see he stopped right where he hit the top of the contamination, and you can also see water already purging. So I knew water was going to be an issue here. So here's the start. So that's where I'll take my PID reading. This way, that helps me delineate how we're progressing, you know, whether we're getting to the bottom of things, because the next hour or two the homeowner is going to come out and is going to want to know how much this is going to cost. So you'll be able to tell them that if I go down 50 on the PID meter every 2 feet, I pretty much know what it's going to take. It's not rocket science here. So Craig is getting that PID meter now. Make sure it's 0 out. We're gonna back this up, Mike. Get something under that, right? Pull it down a little more. All right, Craig's doing a PID reading. It's at 389 already. We'll wait a little bit longer, but we'll just say that it's 400 on the PID. We'll start loading. I'm gonna stockpile probably, let's just do 25 tons right there, because that'll comfortably be one triaxle, unless it slows down. Then we stop. Okay, so like I said, you always got to change and flex. You know, we didn't delineate this area. It's not bad out here. It's like 7, 8 tons, I don't know. It's cleaning up quick. So we're not going to have a triaxle coming tomorrow. There's no reason to stockpile right there. We can use Big Red to do this load out. So, and it's not going to take 3 days now. It's only going to take 2 days. It's better to be honest and get a referral down the road than it is to take advantage of people. So Craig, right now, they're putting down plastic on the bottom of that, because a lot of times, because that's gonna sit overnight. A lot of times, by the time we get up to Carteret, it doesn't slide out. It just becomes an issue. They hate it up there when they got to get a machine over to dig it out. So if we lay plastic down, it slides out better. Also, this stuff's a little wet. So I don't want any of that stuff bleeding out anywhere. So that's it. It's gonna change to a 2-day remediation, 10 tons or so, and we'll button this up. So today we'll be done digging. I'll put all that overburden back in it, put the fence back up. I'll take my posts today. I mean, we took out about 6 tons and it's down to 130. So, yeah, Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, folks, that's all here today for excavating. We put all the overburden back, compacted it. We're not going to have to hire a vac truck. Safety fence up. We'll clean all this up tomorrow, but we have to back in probably 3 Mason dump trucks, Craig.
Oh yeah.
Those are our samples that are good. Our post X's, little cleaning up, and that's it. That's all. Somebody, one of the viewers, was a little disappointed we didn't do a $100 challenge, so we'll do one right now. We'll guess how much contamination, if I don't kill myself here, is in the back of this truck. $100 challenge. Can we do this out loud, or are people gonna feed off the other?
I'm terrible with this, apparently.
I explained to him the reason why we do the $100 challenges, but Daddy keeps winning, and we know the viewers don't want to see that. They want to see the kids win. So we don't film it. Well, okay.
795.
Camera's next. $100 to the closest.
I don't even need to look.
Oh, Mike don't need to look. Tell Craig your number.
go 8.9.
8.43. I'm going.
8.43.
What was yours? 8.9. What was yours?
I'm going 8.88.
Let's go.
What are we?
795.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
It's close.
See, if I paid attention, I could actually cheat because you're all telling me.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
So what were you again?
8.43.
What are you?
8.9.
Well, my number is horrible. I'm right under you.
Yeah, that's not the place you want to be.
Man. All right. So there you have it. We'll let you know what it is.
Here comes Elmer.
All right, we've reached our destination. Finish up. Mikey's dropped that trailer. He is headed to Carteret, New Jersey, right? To Carteret. Take him about an hour and 30 minutes where he will get us the results of the $100 challenge. This is pretty exciting. It's Christmas time, so everybody needs that 100. If you don't hear the results, well, that's because I won again, which is very well possible. Although it was a horrible guess, and I got everybody's tonnage prior to, and I'm just so damn honest. I didn't think of trying to manipulate that or use that.
Ready, Jam?
What's up, Jammer? Where you going? He's not a big talkative guy. He's not. He's the quiet one. But he did walk down there with a sawzall, a blade.
Cut the zip ties, probably.
Cut the zip ties. Okay, so Craig is going to back the concrete in, right? Yep. So we will back the concrete in, and I will dig out of it, compact it in lifts. It's an easy day today. Then we'll bring a load of the fill in. That's that compactable stuff, but it is soil. And then we'll go back and get one more load of topsoil. And we'll back these mats out and clean up this area. Probably putting it in 4-wheel right now just in case, but when we pull out of here we'll be empty, so shouldn't be a problem. Those ground protecting mats are amazing. Little more, little more. All right.
I'm a time-lapse guy. That was the coolest part of the whole video. Talking, Bob, doing, just that time-lapse.
right, that's all compacted. You did see it moving like jello though. That concrete, that crushed concrete, all that moisture will rise to the top, go right into that concrete, and then that'll lock it down. That's why I love that stuff. So we're probably gonna go back to the office, get some sampling jars to sample that well. You'll be able to watch Craig do that. He's our sample technician. We'll go get I said Sam left already, huh? He went to get that? So we want to go to the office?
He's on his way back
Who's Sam?
from the office. No, Sam's on the back from the office.
To get the sample jars? Shoot, okay. Well, you're not going to go see the girls then. So we'll wait on Sam, and then we'll head back to the yard, and we'll get topsoil and start finishing this up. We're going to disconnect this trailer here. What is that? Okay. What does that do?
Breakaway cable.
Breakaway cable, meaning if the trailer gets loose
It disconnects from the truck.
from the hitch,
Yeah, it pulls this.
it pulls this wire out,
Yep. Locks the brakes.
which locks the brakes up on the trailer so it just doesn't go spiraling down the road. So that's what that is. That's got to be on. And that's that. Just trying to show you as much as we can out here, just in case you get a trailer. So we're just waiting on Sam, and then we'll show you what the sampling is like. We like to take the samples from a spigot, an outside spigot, because sometimes that water doesn't go through a water softener inside the home. It's a truer sample of the well water. So I see a spigot right there, so we'll be able to do that for you. The trick or the key with that is what?
Didn't hear what you were talking
The trick or key with sampling of potable water,
about there.
right, that's to get the water in the jar and then without any air bubble. If it gets any air bubble, no good. That sample jar is no good because it has what inside of it? Isn't there a chemical inside?
Oh, in the jar, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I talk about the air.
What is that chemical inside?
I don't know. Hydro something.
This is like pulling teeth.
I don't have the answer.
Okay, so we are going to do the potable water analysis. I don't know if you can see. There's a little hydrochloric acid in there. That is used actually to preserve the sample. So Craig's our sample guy. This sample, you get one shot at it. You can't have any kind of air bubble. Otherwise the sample jar is no good. Flip it up. Don't be scared, Craig. Flip it
Please,
up and down. One. Very good. Second one. If there is an air bubble, it's got to get thrown out. It's not as if we can dump it because the hydrochloric acid is gone. See how he's kind of got that like a bubbled up on the top? He puts some in the cap, and that's it. Notice how he turns them over. He's concerned.
No, I know I'm good.
He doesn't want to look bad at this. So this is the third one. Oh, that doesn't look high.
Please.
Oh, here we go.
The big reveal. 3 for 3.
3 for 3, no bubbles.
Us in the biz call that a perfect score.
Okay, so we need those 3. That will go back to the environmental office. My daughter, Krista, she'll write up a chain of custody on that, explains where it's coming from, what it is, what sample we're looking for it to be done on it, and what day is today? Tuesday. So the lab will actually come to our office and pick it up. We'll put that in a refrigerator to keep it cool. I think it's got a 4-day shelf life on it. So those samples have to be analyzed within 4 days. So now the homeowner is going to have a little peace of mind, wondering if they're drinking hydrocarbons, which is the chemical base in number 2 fuel oil. And in order to close this spill out, because that is within 40 to 60 feet of the void, we are mandated to procure that analysis, and that analysis has to be good. If that analysis shows any kind of tainting to it, we would have to dig that back up, dig down to the groundwater level, and set a monitoring well. Monitoring well is about a yard of stone that we would have to put in with perforated pipe. We'd put a 4-inch PVC pipe down, we'd backfill it, we'd have a cap on it. This way we can periodically open the top, put a baler down in it, and procure the groundwater analysis to see if it's cleaning up. And then eventually, if we do show that it's cleaned up, we would then go back and take another sample, potable water analysis of the well, and compare it to the first, and just make sure it's all cleaning up. So that's that. School's out on potable water analysis. We're gonna head back, get some topsoil, and clean this all up. I see a wire down. Why is that wire down? Please don't tell me that's something we've done.
Christmas lights.
Oh, that's the Christmas lights. Merry Christmas, everyone. All right, we got Craig. Gonna put about 5 tons. This is our screen topsoil that we stock up at 300 yards. We do every year. This way, so we can still get all of our customers a good top finished layer. This way, when the spring comes and it thaws out, they can just rake it a little bit and throw some seed and it'll still work. That should be enough to finish what we got going on at that homeowner. We lost 3 teeth on that 1,000 gallon tank. That was a bear to get out. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I'm gonna post it. But I've got, I think, 2 more removals. I'm not even gonna waste any more money replacing those. Those things are ridiculous how often they come out. So they've come out with a new one now. It comes from the shank. So you'll see, we're gonna put those on, see how they work. Kubota says they're much better, and I won't go through teeth. The way we do. I don't know whether we're abusive or it's just a poorly designed. And we get those wider pins, the pins that go in them, they're actually a wider diameter. We use those. I guess we're just abusive. I don't know. Okay, Craig will finish that off. He'll top it, level it, make it safe. We'll cover it up for transport and drive it on out. You know, when you're out and about, you like to see what the competition's doing. Compare yourself, see where you're standing. What is going on over there? Got a fill-in event coming out. A foundation. Why is the vent going like that? Maybe there's a secondary tank inside, but at least the lattice is covering everything. So, good job. All right. So, Mike just called. The weights are in. on that $100 challenge. Craig, can you read? You have it?
No, I don't.
Read the weights. I had all the numbers. I could have easily. Hold on. Go ahead.
Craig, the best person in the world, 7.95. Sam, nobody likes him, 8.9. Mikey, 8.43. And Flying Brian, 8.88.
8.88. He had 8.9. Why would I do 8.88? Why wouldn't I do 8.91? I don't. I'm just not thinking. Okay, so now with the numbers in, what was the weight?
The winning number was 9 point. I don't know where it was. Craig, Mike, Sam. 9.1 or 9.08?
9.09.
9.09. Sammy wins again. It's like 7 of the last 10.
8.88 is pretty close. Pretty darn good guess. Look at him. He's gloating.
I even made.
He won 7 of the last
I
10.
Yeah.
made my number, and then you went after me.
Well, I know I did. I'm
you
not
can't be mad
thinking.
at me.
I'm too honest. Well, what are you doing with all this money?
Yeah.
My God.
I
Well,
didn't get the text.
There you go, Charles. You wanted another $100 challenge. It's basically me just handing all my money to him. So there you have it. But still, 8.88 is pretty respectful. Or respectable. Okay, folks, we are finishing up here. Sam, $100 challenge winner, homeowner, major winner for choosing Tank Masters. Saved them $13,000. That's fun. The finished product here. I always leave stuff a little high, even though you saw me compacting it. It'll settle, and if it doesn't settle in springtime, you can just rake that all. But that's good stuff there. It's not bad for coming in with a 21,000-pound excavator. Those mats, I love those mats. A little cumbersome. They take some time to set out, but they save in the end. We're finishing these up. Got to clean up the roadway. I don't think Craig's ever won a challenge. It's disappointing. How long you been working here?
17 years.
17 years. That's pretty good. It's impressive. Sam, how long you working here?
5.
5. Dude's got like 7 challenges won. It's crazy. Mike's on his way back from disposing that soil. He'll hook the trailer up. Plate's already on it. We'll put the 80 on there, box, everything's hooked up, ready to go. We just got this final cleanup to do. We killed it. We killed it today. What time is it? 11:30. It's not bad. I think we worked 12 hours maybe on this project. That's good. All right, folks. Of course, that's another fine job by Tank Masters Environmental. Do me a favor, subscribers. I got 560 subscribers. We've been working a year at this. I got Roz Kennedy, who handles all my editing. She's been working. Everybody's working hard. Can we just get me to 1,000? And then I won't ask this stuff anymore. That's my goal. Let's make it your goal. Let's work as a team together.